got through all the whole thing, and he had some pool with one of the officers in the army, and he let him in. He got into the cemetery shop. It's 2 days later, I had the privilege of joining him. I was allowed to get through all the rubble, and I got into the cemetery. I don't want to tell what sort of a terrible ruination it was. But we were there, and I was with this Bereishis. So there was no food, there was no electricity, there was no water. So we had to go outside looking to a way to get back into New Jerusalem to buy ourselves some food, you understand? Or make a cup of tea or something. So we walked out, and there was a whole lot of Arabs there immediately where we walked out. When we walked out, all the Arabs went down on their knees, and they went like this. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. They all went down on their knees and they all bowed down to us later. Because they are cowards and paktonim be'etzemamu. In the etzemamus, and they were so scared by the beating that they'd got, that when they saw a Yid, they bowed down. And we saw a whole lot of cases and everything on the street. They were convinced that they were being sent over the border. That the Yidden were going to send them over the border. And they already packed, a lot of them had already packed their stuff. And there was all these sort of old crazy bags and cases on the street. So I said to Rabbi Segel, I said to him, you know, what's all this on the street? He said, they think that we're going to send them beyond the Gvul. He said, עד כמה שנים מכיר את היהודים? He said, לא ישלחו אותם. And so the next day, there came a message from the Rebbe. And the Rebbe said that since it was a confusion, was a war situation, they should take all the Arabs in the Ir Atiko and in Yehuda v'Shomron and send them over the border. So Rebbe said it. I can bear witness. The Rebbe said, right now it's a confusion, nobody knows what's going on, you have to take them and send them over the border. And they were packing their bags. They thought that that was what's going to happen. Because that's what they would have done had they won.
I've done one worse.
That's what they would have done had they won. And then what did we do? Oh no, we only done. So what happened was that didn't happen. So the Rebbe said in his message, the Rebbe said, if you don't send them over the border, he said, in a few years' time, you're going to have 1.5 million terrorists. He said, every Arab is going to be a Mechabel. And that is what has happened today. It's all pure prophecy. You should realize that every word the Rebbe said is absolute prophecy. He never said anything that is not a pure, absolute prophecy. And the Rebbe said, if you don't send them all over the border, you're going to have 1.5 million Machablim. Now, that is what is becoming true in front of our eyes. And they believed that they were going to be sent. They were okay with it. They realized that that's what happens in war. And they were ready to go. And when they saw me and Rav Segel walk on the street, they all went down, mamish, on their knees, you know, the way they do it. And they weren't like that. They were so scared. They just saw a Jew, they couldn't take it. They were so full of pachad. And look what's happened. Now they're going around killing people, and they're making riots all over the place. For worse, because you didn't listen to the Rebbe.
This instruction from the Rebbe, is it in writing?
I mean, you can just look it up in David would probably know. David knows a lot about it.
But it was only during the time of war.
It was in the newspaper. It was
in the fog of war.
It even got into the newspaper. It even got in the newspaper. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said that you have to drive them all out. And they were ready. They were ready to go. And what happened? What happened was that all the so-called politicians, all missionaries, they said, oh no, don't take it easy, we're ready to give them back, and they'll get it all back. Look at the tzarek.
Nebuch. Very, very, very.
Okay guys, so I understand that tonight is the outside of the Berditcher, or the Hampshire. So L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Ah, yeah.
No.
You should realize that the Rebbe says here in the Sikha that you can't interfere with the fundament of the world. You can try here, you can try there, you can say this, but ultimately the fundament will prove itself. And since the fundament of the whole creation, even before Torah, is Yid, then there's no way out. Ultimately, you're going to have to face it. That's what's it. They said to him.
Also, they bow down for all the shameful things that they did during and before the war.
Yeah, that's another.
To our grave sites, to our families' graves, that they used to desecrate them.
And you should have seen what the Tzedek show looked like.
Because they felt ashamed, that they know that they don't belong here.
Right?
That we belong here.
They were ready. They already packed their bags. They were ready.
Yeah.
They knew where they belonged. They knew where they have to go. Naturally.
You'll see it again.
We have packed it.
You'll see them bow down again.
Making them feel.
See them.
We're bowing down to them again.
Oh, it's happening now. This time it's going to be without doubt, because all our enemies are fighting for us against them. All our enemies are coming from Russia, whoever, and now they're bombing the hell, excuse me, they don't have the hell, out of Syria. Well, and ISIS, the malchus, all these guys, Russia is doing our work. America is going, I don't know what to do. The whole, it doesn't make sense. But Russia's kicking their, you know what, tushes. Insane. Don't get me started. Here, guys, eat something. How are we going to get by here?
Yeah.
You know with the microphone?
Yeah. They have no idea. They were so full of passion. They saw a year in the spring. Immediately, 2 days after the 6th.
So this is different generation.
What?
Also, the first Lebanon war, Israeli soldier went down the street.
Yes.
Anybody got a
There's a reason in Megillah it's written, Ki novo plachad Mordechai aleihem. Mom is that.
Let's ask for Refuah Shalema, Aaron Eliezer Ben Rivka, right now, if we don't mind.
Man,
Akshab.
now.
And Mom is just so painful when you see this going through all this. And the Rebbe told them, and he said to them, otherwise in a few years' time it will be 1.5 million machaber. So everybody has been proved that everything the Rebbe said is right. Now we have to just have the other thing that the Rebbe said, that's Moshiach. Take him
The shoes are for all the wounded Jews.
Yeah. How many can you run?
I do. When there's vodka, I'll drink.
Say his name again.
Wherever it is.
Tzvi Arya?
Yoshua Chaim. Tzvi Arya ben Yoshua Chaim. Listen, Mikabel. Now. Listen, Mikabel. Take him in. Hallelujah. Chutza. Look at them.
For those who don't drink vodka.
L'chaim.
Around 3 Aryeh.